Welcome back, everyone. It's Hussein from Desert Thrills, and we're back to Warner Brothers World. It's a very special video, by the way. It's a Christmas, and we have a lot of festivities happening at the moment. So we have the Winter Spectacular happening at the Warner Brothers World, Abu Dhabi, and I would definitely tell you the decoration is massive. Like compared to what I've seen last time on my video for Halloween, but this one is very special. And apparently they put a lot of efforts into the decorations. There's a lot of things to discover today, from the snacks to the merch. We want to see the characters, the shows, so please stay tuned. It's gonna be a packed day. I believe it's gonna be so packed that even the park is too packed at the moment. And yeah, let's see how it's gonna go. Once you enter the park, you're gonna see lots and lots of decorations before you basically scan your tickets. And there's multiple Christmas trees. There's a Bugs Bunny and Duffy meet and greet. And there was a lot of, like, a big queue of people trying to take pictures with them. We can see really good details when it comes to the decorations. And right now I'm in the plaza. And I wanna show you basically the main stage decoration. I'm gonna be starting off with the main stage where they're gonna do the main show. As we can see, we have the Christmas decoration for the main show over here, which they're gonna be calling the HUMDUCK. And the show gonna be running from the 6th of December to the 11th of January. And we can see over here, we have the Christmas tree right in the center, and we have the nutcrackers at the sides of the stage. Again, I just want to say that the decoration is very on point. The Christmas trees, the ornaments are pretty much everywhere. The vibes are amazing. Again, the park is packed, and I made it like 15 minutes ago. And at 11:45, they're going to be doing the first winter show, which I'm going to be attending. So I want to see what they're going to do within that show. If you go back into my Halloween special, we're gonna see that they've done like a massive show, and it was a pretty long one. And I just want to see what they're gonna do for the winter one too. As for the shows, if you want to know the timings and the characters, if you want to meet them, please make sure to scan the QR codes at the displays within the entrance of the park. And there's just one note that I've tried one of the QR codes and it showed there's no shows. However, there's a lot of them. So if you wait a bit for the displays to refresh, you're gonna see the true timings of the shows and the multiple shows that's happening across the park. So there's 5 minutes into the show, and we can see like the people are packed over here just waiting for the show. And they lit up the stage over here, as we can see, and the stage looks fabulous.
Welcome everyone to the holiday show, HUMDUCK. Let our holiday hullabaloo begin. What is going on here?
We've come from the future to show you a glimpse of what's to come. Santa's coming to town. Santa's coming to town.
The show was absolutely amazing one. I'm surprised like the capabilities of the cast members over here. From what I've seen with the Halloween special and now with the Christmas special, they have lots of capabilities. They're adding more characters. We saw Martin the Martian. Tom and Jerry were absolutely so cute, and they were like so funny. and apparently they have a massive fan base over here. To be honest, I really enjoyed the show. It was almost like 20 minutes long, so grab your snacks whenever you want to watch it and chill. That's really something. The storytelling was on point as well, so you're gonna really enjoy it. I just came into Bedrock to see the decorations over here, to see if they have anything special, and apparently there is. So as we can see over here, these are the Flintstones gifts. We can see there's like a chicken leg over here, or probably a turkey leg. And we've got some gift, some donut probably. And we've got that gift on top too. And when it comes to the Bedrock welcome sign over here, we also have it decorated with some ornaments. Also the Flintstones ride, Bedrock River Adventure, also has some decorations too. So far, a common theme when it comes to the decorations over here is basically the ornaments. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through each land and see the decorations. So far, as we saw, the Bedrock has pretty nice decorations. When it comes to Dynamite Gulch, there isn't much. The only thing that I've seen is that basically on the main water tank over here behind me. That's pretty cool though. They have the Christmas tree lights, but basically they put them on top of the water tank. I believe maybe each land has its own signature way, like the Bedrock, the pile of gifts, and the Dynamite Gulch has the Christmas tree lights. So I'm moving towards Carton Junction to see the decorations. When it comes to the Carton Junction, we can see the lights over there. They're red and green for Christmas. As you know, for Halloween they were orange. That's pretty nice that they're changing the color according to the theme. And we have the welcome to Carton Junction. Also we have ornament decorations over here too. We can see most of the stores over here are decorated for Christmas. And that's the Carton Junction street over here. I really like the lights, how they're reflecting the Christmas vibes. And they do have their own decorations hanging out of them. And it seems there's a show over there. Let's see what it is.
Running a little late for Daffy's first annual holiday soiree. Yeah, I suppose they're out shopping. Hope nobody forgets my size, my favorite color. Maybe I should spruce this toast up before the crowd arrives. Hey, wait a second. All out the holly, put up the tree before my spirit falls against up the stocking. I may be rushing things, but deck the halls again now.
It's pretty amazing how there's lots of shows happening back to back. There's a Duffy show as well within the Carton Junction. And salute to the team, basically. They're working really hard. And there's also a lot of cast members across the park. They're also trying to entertain people. That's pretty nice. I'm moving right now towards Gotham. Now, Gotham, as you know, is basically the darkest land. And I'm really curious to see if they're gonna do any Christmas decorations. Again, as we can see, the common theme is basically the lights over here are in red and green to reflect the Christmas spirits. We've got the police car over here is covered with snow. That's pretty new. So as for Gotham, as we can see, like the common theme of the lights reflecting the Christmas vibes. And we've seen like a couple of areas where it has an extra snow. That's pretty nice. But yeah, that's a common theme across Carton Junction and Bedrock too. So I just made it into Metropolis to see the decorations. I'm moving fast between the lands so we can check the decorations all at once. To my surprise, there is Aquaman, Wonder Woman and Flash in front of the Justice League main hall. And as we can see over here, we have 2 Christmas trees. So as we can see, Metropolis, they kept it minimal when it comes to the decorations. The heavy decorations are basically primarily around the plaza first, Bedrock, and then Junction. These are the heaviest lands with the heaviest decorations. Now let's jump into the second hunt, which is basically the merch. And I can definitely say that for the holidays, they put a lot of efforts into getting themed merch within the park. For the first time, we can see over here they have some hoodies made for Christmas. We have some t-shirts as well. They have the Bugs Bunny on them and Duffy as well. We have some Christmas themed cups too. These are pretty nice. These are for 50 dirhams. And we have the Bugs Bunny ears. Also, it comes with the Santa's hat. We have more Christmas cups as well. That's pretty nice, and that's for like 35 dirhams. Also over here we have various collection of cups. We have some collectibles, some candies, more. We've got Lola ears over here. Also comes with the Santa hat. Also, we went with the detailed keychains over here, as we can see. Happy holidays, and these are for 35 dirhams. And when it comes to the pins, if you're a big fan of pins, you can also find the Christmas specials too. We have the Bugs Bunny with the Tweety. And oh, that's amazing. That's the first time I see them. They do have now collectible coins. And this is a Christmas special too. What I like about them is that they do come cased in a plastic. It's pretty nice because usually at other parks, you just get them out of the vending machines. We have more t-shirts over here from the movie Elf, and these are for 90 dirhams. This section over here has lots of holiday collections. We have the hoodies again, some long sleeve t-shirts. We have the normal t-shirts as well, Bugs Bunny. This is for 95 dirhams. This is for 125 jumper. And we have some decorations for 35 dirhams over here. That's the Bugs Bunny. And they are also selling the Elf inspired lounge flies over here. We have more Stanleys that are themed for Christmas. We can see the snowflakes over here. And it has the Warner Brothers logo. And if you're a fan of plushes, we have the Bugs Bunny and Duffy. Also they're wearing a Happy Holidays hoodie. And we have Bugs Bunny in the Santa Claus clothing. I really like how they're keeping the merch fresh. They're basically updating the merch according to the seasons. So for the Halloween and for the Christmas, they both refresh the merch. It keeps it lively, and I like it that they're paying too much attention on the merch within the park, and that's a really good selling point for them basically. But it feels fresh. Like whenever you go into those merch stores, you know that you're not gonna expect something you've seen before, so you're always gonna expect something new. For all the Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry Christmas merch, you can find them within the plaza and the Cartoon Junction. And also within Bedrock, if you go through the store, you're gonna basically land into one of the stores, which is Bugs Bunny and Co., where you could actually find the items. I made it back again to Gotham, and once I got inside, I heard Harley's laugh. So there's a show for them. Let's see what they have. unfortunately, I came in a bit late into their show. Usually, I really enjoy Harley Quinn's shows over here. She's really talented. But yeah, there's the Joker and there's Harley Quinn. And just make sure, again, if you want to catch up with their shows, just check out the screens at the entrance of the parks or the entrance of each land. You might find those screens, and once they refresh, they're gonna show you the timings of the characters and the multiple shows that's happening across the park. So I just made it into the pawn shop within Gotham. I don't know why this shop always surprised me with the merch, and I always end up getting something. Last time it was the Spirit jersey, which was pretty amazing. This time we have a new collection of t-shirts and hoodies. The t-shirts are for 90 dirhams and the hoodies are for 150, and basically they're Joker themed. And they're pretty minimal. They only have basically the logo of the Joker over here, only at the front of the t-shirt and the hoodie. And I believe I'm gonna go with this one. Also, for the fans of Batman, we have a new t-shirt over here with the Batman logo, a simple one over there, which I really like as well. And this is for 90 dirhams. And also on the other side, I've seen other hoodies, which one of them is actually glow in the dark. It has the Batman and the Joker and the other villains like surrounding Batman over here with the Batman logo as a background. And we have multiple new t-shirts that I've never seen before over here. Also, they offer some Christmas decorations like the Batman stocking too. This time I will definitely go with the hoodie and the t-shirts. These two, I believe they go really good together. And as I mentioned, the t-shirt is basically for 90 dirhams and the hoodie is 150. So I just made it into the Warner Brothers studio store, and there's something I just observed. They have some new merch for some new IPs that I've never seen before. We have Friends, we have IT, we have Harry Potter, we've got Lord of the Rings and the Game of Thrones. This entire collection is pretty new for Friends. We have some t-shirts, we have keychains, some stickers for the laptops, as we can see over here. We have the bottles as well. Then for IT, we also have some t-shirts. We have the mugs and some keychains too. And then over here we have the Harry Potter merch. We have the Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw t-shirts. We have some mugs, some pins. We have the bottles. And we have some bags over here as well. To be honest, they went really heavy on the Harry Potter merch because Harry Potter Land is one of the expansions coming to the park, and I believe like they started to kind of hype it, and I believe everyone in the UAE is really excited about this land, and I'm gonna give you an update about this later in the video. Furthermore, we have some keychains, pins for Harry Potter. We've got a Lego set. We have more figurines as well. We have some wands over here. We have that massive Harry Potter chest. And this is for 3,750 dirhams. That's definitely a collectible kind of an item. And over here we have a Game of Thrones collectibles too. Also over here we have more cool items. We have the Lego set, and also we have the sorting hats too. Also we have a refresh for the Superman collections. We have really new items over here. We have the t-shirts, and I love how they're going with the minimal, just the logo over there, and I just love it. Rather than having big pictures, I'd rather have like a very minimal hoodie or a t-shirt. And that's the new collection, as we can see over here. And for the pricing, the t-shirts are for 90 dirhams and the hoodies are for 150 dirhams. Guys, there's something like makes me so happy when I see the merch are so being refreshed and up to date, and they're just reflecting the evolution of the park itself. Like the Harry Potter one, when I saw the merch, I was like, oh, that's like a glimpse of like how closer we're getting into seeing the park opening within Warner Brothers world in Abu Dhabi. I've been smiling for the last 5 minutes, and it's some like those simple joy of knowing that the Warner Brothers world, Abu Dhabi, is just expanding and ever expanding. And whenever you come to the park, you're always gonna see something new. You're gonna be tasting something new. It's pretty amazing what they've done with the park. And now we're down for the most exciting part. If you have like a sweet tooth as me, basically coming for the sweets, I just want to see if they have any treats for the festivities over here, and I'm gonna be trying to hunt them down to see what kind of items do they have. I knew that they introduced a couple of new items, which is great because in Halloween they didn't have anything, and I heard for the holidays they have some extra new items. So let's go and see what kind of treats we can get. And here we are, we spotted the first treat. We have the croissants that looks like a Christmas tree. They come in green and red. They look really amazing, and I want to try one of them. Also on the top of here, I saw they have the panettone. It's a gigantic one, like it's massive. And this is like comparison to my hand and how big is that is. And also we have the Pandoro as well. The small one is over here. And also moving forward to see what kind of new snacks they do have. Also we have the reindeer bar. This is it, it's the only one available. And also we have the Rudolph Black Forest cake. I will definitely try the Black Forest cake. So I just came into Beverly Hills Boulangerie, and I finally found some snacks or holiday snacks. And I found the croissant, which is like it looks like a tree, and then I found Rudolph the reindeer as a Black Forest cake. And I'm a big fan of Black Forest cake and definitely the croissants. So I bought those two items to try them out and see the flavors that they have. Moreover, when it comes to the croissant over here, it's in green, and there's another one in red. The green one is basically filled with pistachio cream, and the other one is, I believe it's raspberry. So yeah, I'm gonna try those two items and see how they taste. I'm really curious first to know what is that on the top. It's basically white chocolate. For some reason I thought it's gonna be something harder, which is great that it's pretty soft. And now the moment of truth when it comes to the croissant. I don't know how I'm gonna eat it because it's pretty tricky. My first instinct was like bite it right from the top, and this is what it looks from the bottom, and that's what it looks like close by. I'm gonna take a bite from the top and see what's inside. That's pretty good, by the way. This is what it looks like from the inside. So we have those kind of, there's two colors, which is the white and the green. I didn't reach the filling yet, but I know there's some filling over here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just hold it and split it in half. And this is the cream over here. That's a mess, don't do that. But I'm basically searching for the filling of the croissant. So I'm gonna try the filling. Oh wow. Yeah, it tastes really good. It's like, I cannot feel so much the pistachio. For a second it was like, it felt like Nutella. But then it turned into like more of a creamy, nutty thing. Overall, the croissant tastes really good. The outer layer, it's like, it tastes good. I feel like it's a little bit dry, but that's okay. I believe because it was in the fridge. When it comes to the filling is amazing. It's really nice. It kind of kills the dryness, but the amount of like the filling isn't too much. So I went right into the center and I got the filling part. So I'm gonna enjoy that. Next on we have Rudolph, the Black Forest cake, and I'm gonna take a bite of his nose. I actually broke his entire face. It's also white chocolate. So I'm trying to cut through the cake, and as we can see over here, there's a hard shell and also at the bottom. So it's pretty hard to just cut through the cake. And I want to see what's inside. So when it comes to the cake has 3 layers. The outer layer is actually like a vanilla mousse, and then there's a chocolate mousse, as we can see over here. And the center of the cake is technically just a chocolate cake with some raspberry frosting, I believe. It tastes like raspberry to me. And this is what the cake looks like. It looks very moist. Yeah, that's raspberry at the center of the cake. I'm not a big fan of raspberry. I would rather have strawberry maybe, or cherry. But raspberry is definitely not my thing. So maybe I'm gonna go with the outer layer of the mousse, and I'm just gonna eat the rest. What a delightful day spent at the park today. And today is December 25th, it's Christmas. I would like to say Merry Christmas for every one of you guys who celebrate, and I hope you a blessed new year. Today the park was like pretty packed. The shows were amazing. There's lots of different zones within the park that you might see characters and mini shows, and also you have the winter spectacular that they're doing, the massive show within the park. They do it 3 times per day, so make sure that you check the timings and scan the QR codes on the displays at the entrance of the park. I'm really happy that I came in today. I'm really happy that I saw the snacks finally. They got some snacks for the festivities. They're really good. I really encourage you guys to try them. There's one more thing, I'm sure everyone is waiting for that, is basically to get some updates on the Harry Potter land at Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi. As we saw, there's the merch that they started to kind of introduce them inside the stores. And that's something like delightful for me to see, to actually see that they start to put emphasis on the Harry Potter. And I have a feeling that it's going to be one of the biggest lands on the park. We still, again, we don't know anything about what it's going to look like. There's no design concepts yet, but we do have the constructions happening. Actually, I would like to see if we're able to visualize what the park is going to look like with the absence of the concept arts, and to see like what it might, where's the entrance at least, because looking into the area over here, I'm not still yet, I cannot tell where's the entrance gonna be, but we know like the massive size of the land, and definitely is gonna be the biggest land across the park. So without further ado, let's jump into the construction site and take a look of what's happening there. Let's go. And here we are at the construction site of the Harry Potter land, which is Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi's expansion land. And as we can see over there, those are new rods getting out of the ground. They're definitely, those might be like foundations for something, but we cannot tell from the current state of it what it is. But definitely if they're putting out the foundation, then soon we should start seeing them building the main facade probably, or the walls, or whatever that structure gonna be. So let's wait a bit more and see what it is. Also, this is another angle of the construction site over here, and again, as we can see, there's a pattern of the rods coming out of the ground over there. However, we have something way more interesting if we look towards the side over here. If you remember from my last video, that plateau over there, it was just a small portion of it getting out of the ground, and now we can see it extending right from the edge from there until like the entrance of the construction site construction site over here. And from what it looks like, it's either a foundation for probably a building, or I'm gonna give it a wild guess from my side, it might be the track of the Hogwarts Express. And if that turns out to be true, it means that the main entrance of the park will be actually from there. And that portion of the park, that's when you get off the Hogwarts Express, then you actually move toward the main Hogwarts land, which is gonna be that massive site over here, which actually makes sense because the size of the land over here, it's way larger than the size of the land on the other side. And apparently there's like a separation being built. It's either gonna be a separation as per my wild thoughts, so you don't have to take it granted, or it might just be a foundation for some structure happening there. But let's see if it's gonna be turns out to be true. But I still have a feeling that this might be the Hogwarts Express main station, and people, they get transformed from that side to that side. Also, another angle of the other side of the plateau, and this is what we think that might be the main entrance of the park. This is the size of the land over here. So the size of the land makes sense to be like the introductory or the main entrance of the park. And then beyond that plateau, as we can see over there, might be actually the mainland, which is Hogwarts. And thank you so much if you made it this far into the video. I really want to thank every single one of you guys. I just want to share that I've reached 1,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate your support. And if it wouldn't have been like possible without of you guys, I'm gonna try my best to share as much as I can. I'm gonna try to be consistent with my content. My main goal is, seriously, I just want to share the experiences that we have here in the UAE with the world. The industry of attractions over here is ever evolving, and we have a lot of great things happening in the pipeline, from the Harry Potter land expansion. Also, there's other lands expanding within Warner Brothers. Also, we have Disney in the pipeline now undergoing its design phases. So please stay tuned. I'm gonna try my best to share lots of things with you guys and share the experiences across the parks. Thank you again. I would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope you a blessed year ahead. And please, if you have any comments, any requests, just reach in the comments. And if you didn't subscribe yet, please subscribe. I would like to hear from every single one of you guys.
Ladies and
the blazing you're before us.
Strike the harp and join the chorus. Follow me in every measure. Sing the joyous song together. Ho ho ho,
Let's go.
ho ho ho.
On with the show.
Here at the toy shop, click clack clunk, making lots of money for Daffy Duck. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Hear the bells of the holidays calling. Deck the story boughs of holly.
All right. What is this? Festive cheer? Yeesh, get back to work. Yikes, Daffy. Your holiday spirit sure seems to have flown south for the winter, in case you hadn't noticed, Rabbit. I hate the holidays. Talk about HUMDUCK, huh? HUMDUCK? Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Excuse me, Daffy. This list of things to do before the holidays is a little bit long.
No complaining. The holidays isn't about fun. It's about getting stuff done. If I were you, I'd be careful. You'll be visited by the ghosts of the holidays. Ghosts? I'm not afraid of ghosts. So I say, HUMDUCK to you, sir. Now scram! I've got money to make. So, as you can see, Daffy was a mean old duck. Now here's where our story really begins. As Daffy entered his office, he heard a strange and spooky sound. Do my eyes deceive me? Or am I being visited by Sylvester the Investor? But Sylvester, you're a ghost! Daffy, I was just like you, selfish and greedy. You better change your ways, or... Change? The only change I'm interested in is loose change. Cha-ching! Heed my warning! Before the night is through, you'll be visited by 3 more ghosts. What? Change, Daffy, before it's too late. Who put you up to this? The rabbit? You're doomed, Daffy. Doomed. So Daffy, the frightful old so-and-so, ignored Sylvester's warning and continued to treat the toy store workers badly.
Mr. Duck, I was wondering if I might take tomorrow off to spend the holidays with...
Day off? Not a chance! We have last-minute holiday shoppers to exploit!
But what will I tell Bugs? He'll be alone on the holidays.
You tell him, HUMDUCK! With no festive joy in his cold, cold heart, Daffy sent Lola away, expecting to see her bright and early the next day. Almost forgetting Sylvester's warning of visiting ghosts, he heard a familiar, strange, and spooky sound. But nice try, Rabbit. Now listen here, Bugs. Hey! What is this?
All your winter gloom has caused you a visit from me, the ghost of holidays past.
No!
Daffy, don't you remember when you used to love the holidays? Pay attention, because we're taking a stroll down memory lane. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe. to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. Just take a peek at the past.
As your manager of the toy store, I want to take this moment to thank Daffy Duck for record sales this year. And to celebrate, I've got you all double the gifts.
Wait, I remember this.
But what do we have here? Even more gifts from Daffy to us all? What do I say? What a joy that although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to y'all. Now, everybody, I say, let's open these gifts.
The moon is right, the spirit's up. We're here tonight, and that's enough. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. The party's on, the feeling's here, that only comes this time of year. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Daffy, you used to be so giving. What changed?
I learned it was a waste of time spending hard-earned cash buying gifts. I could have been richer sooner. No more gifts. Thanks for the lesson.
Oh, Daffy, you used to have joy and charity in your heart. You can find it again.
And to that I say, HUMDUCK. Spooky stuff, Doc. Can you handle 2 more ghostly visits? 2 more ghosts? They can't haunt me if they can't find me. Good luck, Doc. While Daffy tried to hide from the next ghost visit, Lola and the Toy Store workers decided to take advantage of his absence and celebrate the season like only they knew best.
Now that Daffy's gone, we can finally relax and celebrate the holidays. Let's invite all our friends, line up guitars, and dance the night away. Cause every romance shakes and it bends, baby, right here. When the night's here, I don't do tears, baby, no chance. I could dance, I could dance, I could dance. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse open sleigh. One horse open sleigh.
Even with the loud holiday party music, Daffy couldn't escape that strange and spooky sound. How did you find me? My hiding spot wasn't spectacular.
Nothing escapes the ghost of holidays present. So, Daffy, what do you see?
They look so happy. I've never seen my workers like this.
The holidays aren't about meeting margins. It's about meeting each other.
Perhaps they should put all this energy to better use instead of wasting it on silly seasonal celebrations. Perhaps a tempo change can lift the spirit.
Jingle, jingle, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Jingle. Well, Daffy, there's no time like the present. Why don't you join your hardworking staff and celebrate?
They're wasting their time. I know. I'll double their workload, triple their tasks.
But Daffy,
HUMDUCK. Two ghostly visits, and he still hadn't learned his lesson. Luckily, Daffy once again heard that strange and spooky sound.
Tremble before me, inferior beings.
Yikes! What now?
Introducing the ghost of holidays yet to come. Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom as I entered.
What is going on here?
We've come from the future to show you a glimpse of what's to come. And it seems to be...
Destruction, disaster, despair! And I haven't even gotten started.
Your toy store's out of business. All the workers have left. It looks like you're all alone.
Daffy, your future sure looks bleak.
No, this can't be my future. All that hard work, and I end up alone?
Daffy, this doesn't have to be your future.
By looking into the past,
you can change your present. On the day when the world is feeling blue, just look around, you'll find it's not just you. Hey there, sir, where you from? So now take my hand.
it takes just one person to make you feel seen, to shine the light where only the darkness has been.
Open your heart and love will make true. Voice will guide you, reach out hands and love will find you. Fill up the world and take each other's hand. We missed you at the party. Happy holidays, Daffy. Open your heart, love will remain true. You're not alone, our voices will guide you. Reach out hand and love will define you. Open your heart, and love will remain true. You're not alone, our voices will guide you. Reach out hand and love will define you. Fill up the world and take each other's hand.
Oh boy, have I been a despicable duck. What's the point of cash and success if I don't have anyone to share it with? After a glimpse into a despicable future, Daffy had finally learned the true meaning of the holidays. Ain't that right, pal? You bet. After all these years of greed and selfishness, I finally feel like a lucky duck. No one should be alone on the holidays. loved ones should be together. Which is why, Lola, I'm giving you the day off to spend the holidays with bugs.
Oh, Daffy!
In fact, I'm giving you all the day off. No, a week off and a pay raise. I guess this man just wanted to say, Happy Holidays, old pal. Happy Holidays.
This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. The Christmas tree's on fire. Santa's holding the lighter. My parents are both liars. I got gifts but one subscribers. Thanks for the candy basket. Oh God, and
Let the bells ring out for Christmas. Santa's coming, Daffy.
Santa's coming down.
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming.
Santa's coming down.
He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming.
Santa's coming down. Santa Claus is coming down. Santa Claus is coming down.
Santa's coming down.
Santa's coming down.